Okay. Now, tell me what you just said, my friend.
Do you expect the Wraith and the Bundle Bus to come back into the weekly store sometime soon?
Well, am I glad you asked, my friend. Okay, so anyways, what I was saying is that right now I'm recording a video on the easiest way to get gold, right? Except it's really late at night, and it's going to take a lot of work to do that.
That is actually really funny. I'm farming gold right now.
Yes,
So.
and eventually that video will be made, my lucky man. But you just gave me a video idea for today's video that people are going to be watching, and I appreciate that because I get that question asked so many times, and I don't know why I wasn't thinking about it. But the short answer to your question is yes. But I appreciate the video idea, my dude.
No problem, man.
Awesome.
Give me credit.
Oh, dude, you get all the credits in the world.
Oh, amazing. I love it.
Alrighty, boyos, guys, today we are going to be doing a little bit of a Fortnite school video. Fortnite school is usually whenever I educate you guys on a vast array of topics, and in today's video we're doing a Fortnite school on whether or not all of the event items are going to be coming back. Now, of course, this video was suggested by a subscriber. Really came in clutch because it's very late at night and I'm tired and I want to put some more editing into the other video, and this is just kind of a quick commentary. You know, I get asked this all the time in my Twitch streams and in my YouTube streams, in the comment section on Twitter. I get asked this a lot, so today I do want to answer that question. Now, before we do jump into this, I do want to go ahead and say that over on my Twitch channel, we are actually very close to hitting 2,000 followers. Now, I'm going to be streaming today. You know, if we scroll down here, you guys can see my schedule. On Sunday, I stream 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern time, and you know, we will be streaming for 5 hours. We are very close to 2,000 followers over there, and on the YouTube channel, we are very close to 40,000 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for the support. I greatly do appreciate that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into this, and let's talk about whether old event items are coming back. Now, mostly, you know, when people are talking about this, I can go ahead and head on over to my armory. You know, we're talking about like the Bobcat, the Bundle Bus, even the Dragon's Roar. I've seen some people talk about. Even, you know, recently, even though the Gravedigger, right, has come back recently, a lot of people have been curious whether or not the Gravedigger is going to come back. There's a few weapons down here as well. You know, some people have asked me about the Swan. The Wraith has been a very hot topic. There's a lot of event items, especially Silent Spectre, Typewriter, you know, those as well. As to whether or not, you know, these things are going to come back, I get asked this a lot, like I said, and today we're going to be answering that question because, well, I got some good news for you guys. So we're going to go and head on back over to the Google Chrome and the browser, and we're going to take a look at this design chat. Now, this design chat actually, if it has a date on it somewhere, maybe I'm not seeing it because I'm an idiot, but this was actually I got the video over here. This was a over a month ago. Just about 2 months ago, I made a video right here, which you guys can't see. It's right there. And it's called Old Event Items Coming Back in Update 7.0. Now, in this video, you know, in this Reddit thread is where it came from, I talked about the Scavenger set and the Hydraulic set coming back to Fortnite Save the World. And as you guys know, you can get the Buzz Cut, you can get the Trash Cannon, you can get the Pummeler, you can get the Hydra, and all the heroes that were, you know, accompanied alongside those weapon sets. That actually came in this design chat right here. Well, I want to read this design chat, and hopefully it will answer some questions for you guys, because every time I get asked this question, you know, are all of the old event items going to come back? I always answer yes, and this is the proof for that. And for those of you guys that aren't around for whenever I answer it, here you go. So in this design chat, it says, "Hi folks, we wanted to give you some details about a change we're planning to make to the availability of weapon schematics and heroes from old events starting in Update 7.0. So they said that Save the World has been up and running for well over a year now, and with the constant march of events, we've built up quite a backlog of weapon schematics and heroes. Some of these are very tightly themed to a certain annual event, such as the Fortnite heroes, and our plan for those is to continue to offer them each year when the event returns, so players that may have missed them can have a chance to acquire them. We also have a lot of items that were first offered during an event, but that aren't tightly tied to a holiday or other reoccurring event theme. We've brought these back irregularly a few times, times, typically by offering them in the weekly store, but we'd like them to be available more consistently. In Update 7.0, we're going to take some of our oldest event items, the Hydraulic and Storm Zone heroes, Scavenger weapons and Scavenger heroes, and add them to the core set of items. This means that they'll start to show up in the non-event pinatas. Then they go on to say with the usual duplication reduction, they'll also be available through things like transform and instances of the weapons. Will start to appear in treasure chests and other world drops. And, it even appeared in research and in the recruitment from the collection book and all that kind of stuff. And basically, what they're saying here is that they want to give us options to be able to get some of these older items. And particularly, they said that some of these are very tightly themed to a certain annual event, right? So for those of you guys that ask me about the Gravedigger, you're only going to be able to get the Gravedigger next Halloween. They literally confirmed this. Some of these are very tightly to a certain annual theme, and our plan is for the to continue to offer them each year, right? So every single weapon that comes out around holiday, like for instance, Santa's Little Helper, the Pain Train, we'll see those again next year. And the same thing kind of applies with this right here. They said Update 7.0, we're going to take some of our oldest event items and they're going to re-add them into the game, right? They're going to add them to the core set instead of, them just being part of an event, a really long time ago. So my theory here is that eventually, obviously they pretty much confirmed it in what they're saying, but there's two ways that they could do it. What they could do is that they could add it into the llamas every single event, as time goes on. Okay, we're going to take the blockbuster weapon set and, then you'll be able to get the Bobcat, Silent Spectre, Ground Pounder, stuff like that. And then we're going to add this in and this in. Or they could take the hydraulic and the scavenger set out and then replace it with two more and just kind of keep a cycle going, if you know what I mean. Like, they'll take those out and then they'll put in the blockbuster and then the road trip, and then they'll take those out and then they'll put this in and then that in, and then over time, it'll build up. We still got to see the vendor tag weapons come back, for example, and we still got to see the blockbuster and road trip and all that kind of stuff come back. So either they can add them in to the system, with a crap ton of them, which could help out, with the X-ray llamas that they got, would make it not too saturated, I guess you could say. But then again, it would still be saturated. There'd be a ton of stuff in the llamas, so they can either just add them in all at once, or they can add them in by twos. So the hydraulic and scavenger set, take them out, put two in, take those out, put two in, over the course of a few months, and that way we have a steady stream of, hey, we're able to get these schematics, and opening pinatas is still going to be fun and all that kind of stuff. We'll be able to research them if we want as well. There's just a lot of ways that they can do this, but whenever it comes to these really cool event items that are in the game, that everybody wants and everybody talks to me about, they've pretty much already confirmed it in that design chat. The holiday theme stuff is going to be coming out around that holiday. For instance, Ghost Pistol will come back out around Halloween. Santa's Little Helper and Tree of Light, I'd imagine those will come back out around Christmas. And stuff that isn't tied to a particular holiday, like the Swan from the road trip event, will eventually just kind of make its way into the llamas, either alongside the current ones, or they'll take out the current ones and then add two new event ones in there. But guys, that is pretty much it for the video. I hope that this helped you guys out in figuring out, whether or not this kind of stuff is going to be coming to the game or not. I get this question asked a lot, and then I get asked how I know this, and it's just from that design chat a really long time ago. In my personal opinion, I believe that everybody deserves to have a chance to use whatever weapons in the game. This is a PvE game. I believe that everybody should have access to all the loot in it. There's a few people on another side of the spectrum, like the Candy Corn LMG, for example. And yes, guys, I actually recently got this to all legendary perks. Actually, I do need to change one of them while we're here. I need to change this to mag size. And then I need to change this to crit damage. Anyways, the reason I'm doing that is because of how big the max size gets. But yeah, for example, the Candy Corn LMG, you get this from a quest. And there's some people that are, kind of stingy about it. Like, I did the quest. Why should somebody next year be able to buy it for gold, or however they're going to offer it? And honestly, I don't like the fact that people have to work for weapons and then they eventually get given away, pretty easily. But to be fair, we've had access to the weapons for a year. But I just kind of feel like if they do that, because they've done it with the Gravedigger before, people had to go through a really long quest line to get it, and then next year, people just get it during cram session for gold. I feel like they should at least give the original owners of the weapon something special, you know. I don't own Skull Trooper, but a lot of other people own Skull Trooper, right? And then whenever that came around, they introduced a special skin for it in Battle Royale, and you know, they've never really done anything like that in Save the World. So you know, by the time next Halloween comes by, we might have some cosmetics in the game, we might have some special wraps in the game, and I don't think it would be that hard to just have a little option right here where we can select our wrap, and you know, the Wraith comes back, and we have a special camo for it to say, you know what, we've had this weapon since the first day it was ever announced, you know. And from that point on, you really don't have to give any extra wraps. You know, you can retain your OG status. You know, some people still really care about that. You know, I for one am not the hugest proponent of it. Like I said, I kind of want everybody to enjoy all weapons, but I do think that if you do go through a quest line, that you deserve something special other than early access to a weapon. But that is honestly a very complicated conversation that I do not want to tackle today because the comment section will get mad at me. But guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys made it to this point in the video, thank you so much for watching my videos this long. You know, it really means a lot. Watch time really does help. But guys, thank you for watching. That's pretty much it for me. And that's pretty much all I gotta say on the matter. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly do appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my Twitch stream. And I'll see you guys next time.